Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so today we're tackling this idea of the poverty mentality.
Which, it's a really interesting concept.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not just about money, it's a whole way of thinking, you know?
Absolutely. It's about the beliefs we hold that can either limit us or empower us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're going deep on this PDF, the only disease in the world, the poverty mentality.
Catchy title.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But it's actually really profound. It breaks down these 5 major thinking traps that they're calling like the root causes of this poverty mentality.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What's first on the list?
So first up is letting go of a bad temper.
Okay, that's relatable.
Right.
Yeah, everyone's been there.
They tell this story about Alex, this entrepreneur.
Okay.
And he's got this killer idea for a tech startup, right?
Right.
But, you know, classic startup struggles.
Funding, team drama.
All of it, funding nightmares, teams falling apart.
Yeah.
And his go-to reaction, temper tantrums. Yeah, like full-blown explosions.
And you can see how that would be a problem.
The worst. It's like the PDF is saying, look, this isn't about being a pushover. This is about emotional intelligence.
It was so key, not just in business, but in life, right?
Huge.
Yeah.
Like for Alex, it wasn't just that he was being a jerk, okay? It was actively hurting his business.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Investors got spooked. His team was walking on eggshells. Nobody wants to work with a loose cannon.
Because emotional intelligence isn't just about, keeping your cool. It's about understanding and managing your own emotions so they don't control you.
So true.
Right. And just as importantly, it's about being able to understand and empathize with the emotions of other people.
Which is huge if you're trying to build a team, build a business.
Absolutely. It's about building trust.
Yes.
And relationships.
And you know what's so cool?
Look at that.
Alex, he figures this out.
Right.
He realizes his temper is his downfall.
Oh, good for him.
I know, right? Like he goes to anger management, learns to communicate like an actual adult.
So what happens?
And his startup takes off.
Wow. So it actually worked.
Like night and day. He's a better leader. He's attracting better talent.
It's amazing what a little emotional intelligence can do.
Right. All because he learned to manage those emotions.
It's a good reminder that we have more control over our emotions than we often think.
Totally. Like you catch more flies with honey and all that, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so speaking of turning things around, the next point in this PDF is all about letting go of complaints.
Okay. No, that's something I think we can all relate to.
Oh, yeah. We've all been there.
Yeah, for sure.
They introduce us to Maria, and she is the queen of complaints.
Oh, no. The queen.
Stuck in this dead-end job. Hates everything about it.
Yeah.
And like, I get it. We've all had those days, right?
Totally. It's easy to get caught in that negativity loop.
But here's the thing about Maria.
What's that?
She doesn't just slap on a fake smile and pretend everything's peachy.
Okay.
She takes it way further.
Interesting. How so?
She becomes like this problem-solving machine.
Wow. Okay. Hold on. How do you go from chronic complainer to like a problem-solving guru?
Right. It's kind of amazing. It's like she flips a switch.
So what's the secret?
It's all about this solution-oriented mindset, they call it.
Solution-oriented mindset. I like that.
Instead of dwelling on what's wrong, you look for ways to make it right.
Okay, so it's about being proactive.
Exactly.
Taking action.
For example,
Okay, let's hear it.
let's say your email inbox is like a black hole of despair.
Oh, tell me about it.
Right. Like it never ends.
The struggle is real.
Instead of just complaining about it,
Right.
you figure out a system.
Okay.
Maybe you unsubscribe from all those spammy newsletters.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
You create folders. You set aside specific times to check it.
So you're taking control
Exactly.
instead of letting it control you.
It's like channeling that negative energy into something productive.
I love that.
Right.
Yeah, turning complaints into solutions.
Exactly. And the best part is you can apply this to any area of life.
Oh, absolutely. Work, relationships.
Everything. Yeah. If your relationship's a mess, you don't just like complain about your partner to your friends.
Right.
You actually,
You talk to each other.
yeah,
You work on it.
you find solutions.
Exactly.
Communication is key.
Okay, so that brings us to self-reliance, which is so big in this whole poverty mentality thing.
It's like this cornerstone idea.
They've got this story about John, super talented artist,
Okay.
but here's the catch.
Uh-oh, there's a cash.
He is totally dependent on his parents.
Ouch. How old is this guy?
Like living in their basement, working a dead-end job they got him, basically living their dream, not his own.
It's like he's stuck in this holding pattern.
Totally.
Yeah.
And the PDF is saying, this is so common, especially for creative types.
Because there's this fear, right?
Oh, totally. It's
Yeah.
like we're afraid to put ourselves out there unless somebody else says it's okay.
We want that validation.
Right. Like, we need permission to follow our dreams.
Exactly. And that can be paralyzing.
Because it keeps us small. It keeps us playing it safe.
But John, he has this breakthrough, right?
He does. What happens?
He decides to bet on himself,
About time.
right? Starts taking art classes, learning how to sell his work online.
Wow. So he's hustling.
Big time.
Yeah.
Still working that part-time job to make ends meet.
Gotta pay the bills.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he's like creating this life for himself on his own terms.
That's what it's all about, taking ownership.
Right. And what's so amazing is, as soon as he does that,
What?
things start happening for him.
Like what?
He gets featured in this local gallery, starts getting commissions.
No way, seriously.
Yeah. It's like the universe was just waiting for him to step up.
Because when you step into that space of self-belief, when you
Yeah.
back yourself,
Yeah.
things start to shift.
It's crazy.
It's like you attract opportunity.
So true. And that leads perfectly into the next point, letting go of ignorance.
Okay. Now that sounds a little harsh.
I know,
Right.
but is not what you think.
Okay, I'm listening.
They tell this story about Sarah, recent grad, can't find a job.
Oh, I've been there.
The worst, right?
job.
The job hunt is brutal.
So easy to spiral into that, like self-doubt, you know?
Oh yeah, big time. Am I good enough?
Exactly.
What am I even doing with my life?
But Sarah, she doesn't let it get to her. Instead of just applying to a million jobs she's not qualified for,
Right.
she's like, okay, how do I get qualified?
I love that. So she's being proactive,
The queen of proactive.
taking control.
She's taking online courses. She's going to industry events, networking her butt off.
seen on a mission.
Seriously.
I love it.
Yeah.
And you know what? It works.
It does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She ends up landing this amazing job at like a top company in her field,
No way. Get out of here.
all because she took that time to invest in herself.
Wow. That's incredible.
It's like they say, knowledge is power,
So true.
especially these days.
Yeah.
Things are changing so fast.
You got to stay ahead of the curve.
You really do. If you're not constantly learning, you're going to get left behind.
It's like that Bob Dylan lyric, he not busy being born is busy dying.
Ooh, deep.
Right.
And it's not just about like formal education.
Right.
No.
It's about that curiosity,
Yes.
that thirst for knowledge.
Read everything. Watch everything.
Everything. Just be a sponge.
Exactly.
Soak it all up.
And you know what? It doesn't have to be this huge time commitment.
Right. It's about the little things.
Totally. Even just like 30 minutes a day.
Yeah. Make it a habit.
Read an article, listen to a podcast, whatever.
Just keep learning.
Okay. So we've talked about anger. We've talked about complaining, self-reliance. Now we're on to, this is a big one, letting go of regret.
Ooh. It's a tough one.
It is.
Yeah.
The PDF tells this really powerful story about David.
Okay.
And David was this incredible athlete,
Okay.
like Olympic hopeful,
wow.
the whole 9 yards.
So what happened?
Career-ending injury,
Oh no, that's brutal.
just like that. His dreams are shattered.
I can't even imagine.
And it would be so easy to just get stuck in that, like, why me?
Totally. What if? If only.
Exactly. Let the bitterness consume you.
But he doesn't.
Totally. Like his whole life was this sport. And then, poof.
On.
Yeah. Talk about a reality check. But he doesn't let it break him. And that's what I find so inspiring about David's story.
Easier said than done, though, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, how do you even begin to process that kind of loss?
Right. Like, where do you even start to rebuild from there?
And that's where this whole idea of reframing comes in.
Okay, reframing. So, like, looking at it from a different angle.
Exactly. Instead of getting stuck in the shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Right. If only I hadn't pushed myself so hard, blah, blah, blah.
David's like, okay, what now?
So he's not denying the regret,
No, he's acknowledging it.
but he's not letting it control him.
He's choosing to see it differently, to find the opportunity in the obstacle.
Okay, so how does he actually do that?
Well, instead of wallowing in bitterness, he channels all that energy, all that passion into coaching.
No way. So he becomes a mentor.
The best kind. He's using his experience, even the painful parts, to help young athletes achieve their dreams.
Wow, that's amazing. Turning his setback into a way to give back.
Right. And I think that's a really powerful lesson for all of us.
Totally, because
Yeah.
we all have regrets.
Right? Oh, yeah. Things we wish we'd done differently, missed opportunities.
But it's not about erasing the past.
It's about learning from it.
And then using those lessons to create a better future.
Exactly. It's about turning that if only into what now.
Wow. Okay, I love that. Which I feel like that kind of brings us full circle.
Right, it does. It really ties everything together.
Letting go of anger, ditching the complaints, embracing self-reliance, never stop learning, and then that reframing regret is like this whole blueprint for a whole new mindset.
It really is. And what I think is so powerful about this whole poverty mentality concept is that it highlights how much our thoughts, our beliefs actually shape our reality.
Oh, 100%.
It's a reminder that we have more power than we often realize to change those thoughts, to break free from those limiting beliefs, and to create a life that's more aligned with our deepest values.
And I love that this PDF, it doesn't just throw a bunch of vague ideas at you. It gives you those practical steps, real stories. It's hopeful,
Absolutely. It's inspiring.
Like if these people can overcome these challenges, if they can break free from this poverty mentality, then why not us?
Exactly. And that brings me to a final thought for everyone listening.
Okay, shit us with it.
If this poverty mentality is really like a disease, as this PDF suggests, what would it look like for you to truly embrace a mindset of abundance?
Ooh, good one.
How would your life be different if you truly believed that you were worthy of success, of happiness, of fulfillment?
Deep.
It's a journey, for sure, but it's a journey worth taking.
It really is. So much to think about. Well, on that note, keep those minds curious, keep exploring, and remember, true wealth, it starts with the mindset we choose.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Until next time, everybody.